And despite at first him saying, I'm not apologizing, he was like just trying to stand 10 toes down. Essentially, at this point, he's now changing his tune. And not only is he changing his tune, um, it feels like people don't want to forgive him. So today, his album got temporarily removed from Apple Music, and the Vultures one with him and Ty Dolla Sign was actually removed. Okay, there was actually an article about it that I posted. No, I posted. I'm an idiot. Yeah, Billboard put out actually an article about it. Billboard, Kanye, Vultures. Here we go. Okay, cool. So essentially, well, I guess they updated the post. It says Kanye West Vultures already has a new distributor. Okay, after a brief dalliance with Fuga, so apparently it was being distributed by Fuga. Remember, Kanye West is an independent artist, so he's currently, which by the way, this is one of the first times in history that an independent artist has topped the charts as he has. Okay, it says his new album was moved back. So pretty much Fuga came out and was like, yo, we don't want to distribute this anymore. Now you have to realize that but give me 1 second. What the fuck? Sorry, chat. I'm just checking on one thing really quickly. Okay. So you have to realize, so Kanye he's independent right now, which I'm still unclear if he fully either was just out of, well, actually, Def Jam had agreed that his contract was up with them, but he was trying to buy his previous masters. They still won't give him that. Regardless of the fact, he's now independent and he's putting out his album, right? Now, granted, by the way, this is one thing that's going to go under the radar. We got to salute and we got to support Kanye in some capacity. I'm not saying support Kanye on the things he's saying, but we should put it into perspective. We should put it into perspective that, hold on. Yeah, we should put it into perspective that Kanye West is one of the only artists, and I'm not saying this is Kanye's peak, but he's decided to be independent. Whether it's Drake, Jay-Z, and all these other guys, well, I mean, Jay-Z's in a different position now, but like when they were at even remotely near the peak of their career, anytime their contracts were up, they either re-signed to a major, but they never were independent. This is why people always saw the independent move never really go anywhere, because of the top 10 rappers, you've never seen them go independent when they were out of a contract. We're seeing it with Kanye West, and some of y'all could be like, well, he has no choice because after the anti-Semitic thing, pretty much labels are backing up from him. But like Kanye West is a huge artist still. Like somebody would have probably like did some type of deal with him, even if they didn't co-sign either what he's saying on the album or if they don't co-sign what he was saying about Jews, right? Anyway, he dropped this album. It's independent, but he dropped it through a distributor called West. Name is in the streets at this point, dog. They really wanted to take the shit out of here. They wanted Kanye West music. They want to stop distributing it. Now, let me tell you how distribution usually works among most of these situations, right? If you upload on TuneCore or let's say like United Masters or whatever the case is, if you just have a straight distribution with a company, they'll usually either charge you like a fee, right? Which it could be like, hey, which TuneCore would do it. But for a bigger situation where they're going to help promote and help market and fucking trying to use playlists, they might be like, they want a percentage. Here's my point. This company, Fuga, was probably going to get a percentage from Kanye's album. Kanye's album, I don't know how much it took to make it, whatever the case is, but it was going to make a shit ton of money, right? Again, it's reportedly, if you guys don't know, it's reportedly on pace currently to sell 140,000 first week, right? So if you think about that, like it's going to be clocking in the millions just in the initial week, and then there's going to be more millions to come later. An album like that, which by the way, I don't know what you guys think about the particular project. This is what I think about the project, Vultures One. I think that Kanye West rapping has gotten a little bit lazy. Um, I think he kind of relies on these shock value bars and certain bars that are certain cringy type of lines at this point because he's more about getting across an image more than just making great music. And he's hell bent on putting certain messages that he thinks is in his life plight, more than just saying, hey, let's do shit that makes sense. So I think the album suffers like that a little bit with that, even though, by the way, I think he does decent. Also, here's the thing. If we think about the other aspects of it, beats wise, I think there's amazing beats on this. I think when it comes to production, we've never heard a Kanye West album that we're like, yo, this is just all trash instrumentals. That's his thing. He's a producer in life. So I think that the production was fine. And by the way, here's the other thing too. I thought all the features were spectacular. So if you ask me, I actually thought this was a good album. So I don't know. I feel like people are trashing it. But I actually like this album, right? I think it's a decent album, and it's more like a good album to me because other than I look at Kanye like he could have done a little bit more. I thought Ty Dolla $ign was excellent on every time I heard him. Any other feature, whether it was Dirk or anybody else, or shit, even Rich the Kid, even shit Cardi, who people think had an historic verse, I thought those verses were amazing. So again, I can't sit here and call this particular project trash. So that's what I think about it. Anyway, it's gonna make millions of dollars and probably tens of millions of dollars by the time this elapses like 4 or 5 years. Regardless, the distributor has now came out to say, "Oh, we don't want to distribute this no more. So you guys have to either figure out a way because we're gonna take it down from all streaming platforms." And that's was the new thing. So anyway, Fuga dipped out. And now he had to go to another label that would distribute it, which is, or distribution hub, which is Label Engine. So let me just read the article. Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign collaborative album Vultures One moved between distribution companies on Thursday, starting the day with Fuga, then ended up moving to Label Engine. Okay, so it's a distribution company that is owned by Create Music Group in 2015. They had previously put out some lead singles, whatever. However, the album, confusingly, the album arrived via Fuga, okay? Clearly, it says a Fuga person told Billboard on Thursday that a long-standing Fuga client delivered the album Vultures One through platforms' automated processes, violating her service agreement. As a result, wow, this is shitty. They're basically saying they never approved Kanye to be on their platforms at all. Wow. They said basically somebody who has a contract with them just put Kanye's album up there without telling them it was Kanye and without them approving that they would work with Kanye. So as a result, the company planned to remove it from their system. This created some turbulence for West's release, which was briefly pulled off Apple Music and iTunes before it reappeared. The album home Label Engine, which founded by Rich Billis in 2022, he said of 1,500 labels and a total of 90,000 artists use his company for distribution. They said Bill's company was built its client base in part because we had a low distribution rate, which was 15%, compared to 25%, which a lot of other people do. Yeah, a lot of actually for artists who's not really signed, you're going to get 30% probably, 30 to 40% in terms of distribution fee. We also provided free of use accounting and promotion tools, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. We don't want to read too much about them. On Wednesday, Spotify removed the song Good Don't Die from Vulture One after Donda Summer's estate complained about it. It interpolated the singer's work without permission. Wow, why did Spotify get involved in that? That's a court issue. Let them sue. And let the judge put an injunction to stop that track from being on your platform. Why is Spotify even getting that? That's weird. as did Apple Music and Amazon Music. That's kind of odd. Okay. But despite the hiccups around the new album release, listeners continue to seek out the song Carnival, which is the #1 on Spotify's daily top songs global chart, picking up nearly 6 million daily streams on the service. By the way, I will also say this. I talked to, and let me not name names because I know I don't want to get people in trouble. I talked to my guy at Spotify. They said that they have playlisted Carnival, and that Carnival's been doing pretty good. So they're claiming that they're not blackballing or they're not like shunning Kanye, but he's clearly going through some stuff, right? Like, for example, we had seen Kanye come on Instagram Live, and he literally was talking about the fact that he can't book any. Is it this? Hold on. He said he couldn't book any stadiums, and he was kind of worried about it. Let me play a few of these clips real quick. Is it this? Here we go.
Yo, this Ye. We just sold out the United Center in 7 minutes. And I just wanted to express to everybody out there to see if it's anyone that can help with this. It's the only arena that I had access to in the past year. And when I call, people say there's no avails for me. And you know why that is. So if there's anybody out there that can help with this, please. Yo, this Ye. We just sold out the United Center in 7 minutes. And I just wanted to express to everybody out there to see if it's anyone that can help with this. It's the only arena that I had access to in the past.
So essentially, he says he can't book arenas. And by the way, I think this is the point we're here with Kanye. They've got a Kanye on bending knees. And despite if you think Kanye should be allowed to say whatever you want to say, or you think he's right, whatever the case is, Kanye West has finally hit his head on the ceiling. He ain't the most powerful nigga out here. And also, there's certain things that are so big in terms of power. And I know somebody will be like, yo, everybody's proving his point. Nobody gives a fuck about his point, okay? What they'll take his point and do is kill his career and kill his influence. He needs to be in these arenas. He needs to be able to sell stuff in stores. And here's the problem that's coming into place. These outlets are just flat out denying him, saying, hey, listen, you can do what you want to do, but do it on your own terms. We don't want to be a part of it. And you get to realize that no man is an island. And that's a popular saying, but it's true. And it's coming to fruition, at least for Kanye West. Here we go a little bit more. Wait, where's the other Kanye clips? Okay, so by the way, he has a 3-hour interview with Justin LeBoy coming in. This is part of it.
Life is not a solo project. Mm-hmm. And I believe that being the single richest black man in the world cannot secure your position in order to move people. Right. A king needs an army, and it became an army. It was like, yo, Ty is with me. He came to my party, and I looked and I was like, yo, this dude is like,
shout out to Ty,
the head of the spaceship. You know what I mean? Like, he's going like Han Solo. You know, life is not a solo.
All right, so that happened. Then he was seen in the airport. By the way, people saw him with this mask. I think this was him in the Super Bowl, probably. Yeah, I think this was him in the Super Bowl. Then, allegedly, this was a Super Bowl commercial that he made that aired.
Hey, y'all, this Ye, and it's my commercial. And since we spent all the money on the commercial spot, we actually didn't spend any money on the actual commercial. But the idea is I want you to go to Yeezy.com, YEEZY.com, and I'm going to write it at the bottom of the screen, and I got some shoes, and that's it.
Okay. Which, by the way, again, I didn't see it air, but apparently some people claim to air. To me, that this is like, it's a little odd because like some people say it aired some places, but not some places. My thing is, why would ABC or even the NFL agree to put Kanye West? Keep in mind, he can't get in certain stadiums. Why agree to put him on any type of platform if you're gonna say, oh, you could go here but not there. But whatever the case is, he then talked about like some people having critique of his wife, which, by the way, if you notice on that video he made, sound like he just got like his teeth wasn't all the way there. But if you don't know, look at how his teeth look. Supposedly he replaced his teeth with some shit. This is kind of odd. I don't know what he's doing. But he was in the airport, and this is what came out afterwards. By the way, he also sat with the supposedly the owner of Adidas, which he later amended the caption to say that he was thinking about doing a deal with them, which he was going to give them like part of the profit. I guess he deleted that picture. But yeah, the caption was like, he added to say, hey, like, you know, I offered him 30% of the profits if they will let me distribute my Yeezys through them, right? So basically, he's talking about the distribution model yet again. Anyway, this was him in the airport talking about people critiquing his wife, because people did see his wife at the Vultures, like, you know, premiere, and people thought that like, yo, what the hell is going on with her? Actually, I didn't even post that because I thought it was TOS. She was in like some scantily thing where you feel like you could see her pussy and maybe her titties. I don't know. But anyway, this is him talking about people discussing his wife.
Yo, I just want to tell everybody I posted my wife 3 times on purpose. You understand what I'm saying? No. So what I'm saying is, I delivered the album. Then people still in my comments talking about, why are you posting your wife? Because she make me happy. That's why y'all happy with the music, because I'm happy. You understand? So don't never say nothing negative. If you don't like my page and don't like what I'm posting, go fuck yourself. Seriously. Leave the king the fuck alone. I don't care, bro. I'm gonna post my wife as much as I want. Go post your wife on your fucking Instagram.
Oh.
I just want.
So that happened. Then he ran into people at the airport, and here's this conversation. Kanye West airport interview. Here we go.
Do you take back any of the anti-Semitic stuff you might have said?
Black people can't be anti-Semitic. We are Jew. You understand what I'm saying? We are Jew. So cool out until you do your facts. Until you really do the facts with the fake indoctrination that y'all put into the schools and all that. You know what I'm saying? We're not following y'all rules.
Kanye? Looks like him. Yes, Kanye.
Here inside of this universe, number one.
Do you think the controversy helped you?
It wasn't about the controversy. It was about the ability to say how you felt out loud. And if I didn't have the various skill sets of music and clothing and the fan base, they would have been able to destroy me. But because we had all those skill sets, somehow I'm here inside of this universe, able to fight.
Well, proud of you, man.
Thank you. Love you.
You're amazing.
I love all the people that support it. And you know what I'm saying? We needed to have something that was Apple level. You know, where's the Apple level? It's just me and my bro Elon. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Some of the streaming platforms removed you.
We number one. Right. We number one. You know, everything that they did only helped us. I like it. Remove us. I like simplification. Streaming platforms is bull to the artists anyway. Spotify would give us $500 million between all of us and say, work it out amongst yourselves. I'm like, what about Adele? What about Drake? What about Weeknd? What about Taylor Swift? What about me? They're like, no. Doesn't matter how much any of y'all stream. Y'all got to work that $500 million. A $500 million? That's what streaming companies think of us as the musicians, and all the label owners just hand it over.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
We ain't on that, bro. As long as I breathe, I'm here for all of my artists, all of my peers, and all of people. People get in the way. That's what the market does. They get in the way. The diamonds are infinite, but people
make a market out of it and try to charge more. They make diamonds are girls' best friend. You see what I'm saying? They make the Twix bigger. They trying to make us fat. You know what I mean?
You still backing down Trump?
Hey, what's next for you, Kanye, man? You seem to have done everything. What's next for
You
you?
still backing Trump?
Yeah, of course. It's Trump all day. What you talking about?
Yeah.
You know what it is. I fought. They sent me in the hospital for like supporting. Hold on 1 second. Be quiet before you get exiled. No.
What do you have to say to people who resent your success? What do you have to say to people who resent your success based on some things you've said they disagree with?
That's the whole thing. They got the right to their opinion. I got the right to my opinion. You understand what I'm saying? We all have the right to our opinion.
Said, shut the fuck up before you get exiled.
But so many people will lose their jobs, lose their careers for taking the steps that we took.
Ain't that nigga from Auburn preach right here? That's that nigga right there.
You know, we went down for like a year and a half. You know, people think that I got, kicked out of Adidas for the tweet. We were having problems before. They were stealing my designs. They still trying to sue me. It's like, get right.
Right.
No, get right. Be honest. Y'all gonna send me $100 million a year, then say that I misallocated the marketing. I was the marketing. Look at where y'all at now. Look at where we at right now. Y'all want to play? Gonna have me nap on the board. These companies, Gap, Balenciaga, they just want to use the celebrities and have us be like the polo man on the top of the horse. And everybody knows. Everybody felt what I felt. You know what I'm saying? I even said the apology, and they still with me. You know what I'm saying? I said apology. Some of the stuff I was saying was true. So until y'all come up and say, yo, what he was saying, some of that was true, then go ahead with all that.
Do you take back any of the anti-Semitic stuff you might have said?
Black people can't be anti-Semitic. We are Jew. You understand what I'm saying? We are Jew. So cool out. Until you do your facts, until you really do the facts with the fake indoctrination that y'all put into the schools and all that, you know what I'm saying? We're not following y'all rules.
I mean, just like calling death con on Jews, and that's like, do you take back any of that sort of more extreme stuff?
You know what? For all the kids that love me, all the Jewish kids that love me, I'm sorry if y'all had to hear a grown-up conversation with us screaming at each other. But we got to a point where something needed to happen. Something needed to be said. Somebody needed to say something. Now, if you're in an argument with somebody, you're not going to say everything the right way. But it got to a point where y'all ain't going to just keep running, start calling me bizarre and impressed for all these years. I got to the point, how many more times are they going to call me crazy? How many more times are they going to give me fake medication that makes me fat off of a misdiagnosis? When I'm really...
They say, give me fake medication that makes me fat.
He has slight signs of autism from the car accident. But then y'all gave me, you say, whatever, just give him that bipolar medication. Y'all try to kill the superheroes. But we here, we alive.
That's the wife. By the way, she's pretty attractive. Never heard her. Actually, I did hear her talk. Y'all think she gonna write a book or try to expose him if they ever break up? I'm hoping they don't break up. But if they ever break up, do you think that Shorty's gonna like write a book about that nigga, man? Be like, yo, this nigga had me doing all this shit. This was against my will. I was not fucking with it, but
It's hard talking about Kanye West, bro. Every time I have to talk about Kanye West, it's always something really, really weird. I haven't listened to his new album, but you feel me? I've been hearing it's been getting removed off of iTunes, off of music, and all this stuff. And I can't really say it's any conspiracies or anything because we all see it for what it is, bro. Like if he himself isn't removing it and they're removing it, bro, we all know why they're removing it. They're removing it because he dissed the Jews. Like, we don't need to act surprised. Yes, Kanye dissed the Jews. That's why he's getting all of his stuff removed. We shouldn't act surprised. He's literally said that he loves Hitler, this, that. Like, come on, bro. That's like, I can't even say, yeah, it's like, I don't even want to make any comparisons because they're all just bad, bro. But Kanye, he's not all the way there in the head. You feel me? He obviously has some sort of mental issues he has to deal with. I don't know really what much else to say about Kanye West, bro. He's like a nut. Like you don't know what to expect out of him, what to hear out of him, or anything for real. But um, it's hard to feel bad for Kanye because he had the whole world in his hand at one point. He had a Yeezy was valued at billions and billions of dollars. Like on paper, he was a billionaire worth billions of dollars. Every time he dropped music, everyone dick sucked and like bought the music. Selling like Donda sold like 400K first week, which is hella, which is crazy. He didn't do any bundles, 400K first week, and Kanye was always saying crazy stuff, but he just kept taking it to another and another and another level. Now it's at this point, like you can't feel bad for Kanye about what's happening to him right now. He did it to himself. But hey, man, don't fuck with the Jews, bro. Like you need to stop. Like certain people, like us black people, we don't have power like that, especially in somewhere like America, bro. Stop fucking with the higher ups that could fuck your whole life up. Now look at him, like he's, I don't know. I'm happy that Kanye is free. He's not dead. He's not locked up. No, nothing. And I hope that he can get back to the point where he's making billions of dollars again. I hope for the best for Kanye, but I don't feel bad for Kanye about them trying to blackball him or anything because he did it. He literally did to himself. He had the world in his hand and it could have stayed like that. But you feel me? He just chose to out of nowhere talk about the most random things and say the most dumb things. So you feel me? Hey, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I just speak the truth, nothing but the truth. So hey, it's your boy Big X News, and I'm out.